Somewhere, not far from here, there is a small room with a single lamp. The lamp gives off a soft glow, the kind that does not demand attention. It simply rests on a low wooden table, and its light touches the walls in the gentlest way. The walls are old. They have been here for many years, holding this same quiet space. Outside the window, the night has settled. It settled some time ago, and now it simply remains. There is no hurry in this night. There is nowhere it needs to go. A cushion rests on the floor near the lamp. It is worn in the middle, shaped by years of someone sitting there. Perhaps many people. Perhaps just one. It does not matter now. What matters is that the cushion is there, and the room is quiet, and the lamp continues its soft glow. The floor is made of wood that has grown smooth over time. If you were to walk across it, your feet would feel that smoothness. Cool at first, then warming slightly. The kind of floor that has known many footsteps and no longer notices them. Beyond the window, there are trees. You cannot see them clearly in the darkness, but you know they are there. They stand as they have always stood, their branches reaching in whatever direction felt right to them long ago. Now they simply remain in those shapes, patient and unhurried. A small breeze moves through those trees. It makes a sound like breathing, something slow and easy without thought. The leaves respond with a gentle rustling, and then they settle again. Inside the room, the air is still. The lamp flickers once very slightly and then steadies. The walls hold their quiet. The cushion waits on the floor. There is a cup near the lamp. It held tea once, earlier in the evening. Now it is empty, but it still carries the faint warmth of what it held. If you touched the side of the cup, you might feel that warmth. Or perhaps it has faded by now. Either way, the cup remains, resting on the table beside the lamp. The night continues outside. It does not change. It simply continues, the way night does when there is nothing asking it to be different. Somewhere in the distance, there is water. A stream, perhaps, moving over smooth stones. You cannot hear it clearly from here, but if you listen very carefully, you might catch the faintest murmur. Water finding its way downhill, as water does. Unhurried, patient. The lamp casts a circle of light on the table. Within that circle, everything is visible. The grain of the wood, running in long parallel lines. The small imperfections in the cup's glaze. A single leaf that found its way inside, perhaps carried on someone's sleeve. It rests near the edge of the light, partly in shadow. Outside the circle, the room grows softer. The corners fade into gentle darkness. Not the kind of darkness that hides things, but the kind that simply lets them rest. The kind that says there is nothing here that needs to be seen right now. The breath comes when it comes. It goes when it goes. The chest rises slightly, then falls. This has been happening all along, and it will continue. There is nothing to change about it, nothing to improve. The cushion on the floor has a pattern woven into it. Simple shapes that repeat one after another. If you looked closely, you could follow them around the edge. But there is no need to look closely. The pattern is there whether you see it or not. Time passes in this room the way time passes when no one is watching it. Slowly, perhaps, or perhaps not slowly at all. It is hard to say. The lamp continues to glow. The cup continues to rest. The leaf near the edge of the light does not move. Outside, the trees sway gently with the wind. That soft sound returns, like something sighing. The leaves respond, and then they settle. When they settle, there is silence. When the wind returns, there is that gentle rustling. Neither the sound nor the silence asks anything of you. The walls of this room have held many nights like this one. Nights when the lamp burned low, and someone sat on the cushion or lay nearby, simply being here. The walls do not remember these nights individually. They hold them all together, one long quiet that stretches back through years. The air in the room carries a faint scent, incense that burned earlier, its smoke long since faded. And beneath that, the smell of old wood and cloth that has been here a long time. A familiar scent, the kind that belongs to a place that has been quiet for many years. The breath finds its own rhythm now, slow and steady, like a boat rocking on calm water. There is nothing to direct, nothing to measure, just the gentle movement that continues on its own. The light from the lamp touches the window glass. It makes a small reflection there, a second light floating in the darkness outside. That reflection wavers slightly when the lamp flickers, then steadies again. Beyond the window, beyond the trees, the sky holds whatever it holds tonight. Perhaps clouds, perhaps stars, perhaps just the soft gray of a sky that has let go of the day and not yet thought about tomorrow. It does not matter what the sky holds. It is there, above everything, and it asks nothing. The cushion on the floor is very still. If you placed your hand on it, you would feel the texture of the cloth, slightly rough, slightly soft, worn in the places where hands have rested before. The fabric holds a faint warmth, the kind that comes from being in a room with a lamp burning. The night deepens around the room, not suddenly, but gradually, the way ink spreads slowly through water. The darkness outside the window grows a little darker. The light from the lamp seems a little softer. Everything moves toward rest. A single sound comes from somewhere. Perhaps a bird settling in the trees. Perhaps a branch shifting under its own weight. Perhaps nothing at all. Just the ear finding something to hear in the quiet. And then the stillness returns, fuller than before. The breathing has slowed now, each breath a little longer than the last, each pause a little deeper, like waves on a shore that is very far away. The cup on the table has grown completely cool. Whatever warmth the tea left behind has faded into the air of the room. The cup is simply a cup now, resting beside the lamp, holding nothing but stillness. The floor beneath everything holds its smoothness. It holds the weight of the table, the lamp, the cup. It holds the cushion and whatever small weight the leaf might have. It has held these things for so long that holding them is no longer effort. It is simply what the floor does. Outside, the wind moves through the trees once more. A gentle sound, like cloth brushing against cloth. The leaves stir, and then they rest. The trees stand as they have always stood, Inside the room, nothing changes. The lamp glows. The shadows rest in the corners. The air carries its faint scent of incense and old wood. Everything is exactly as it was a moment ago, and a moment before that. This is how the night passes here. Not with events, but with continuity. Not with change, but with the same things remaining the same, over and over, until remaining becomes resting, becomes simply being. The leaf near the edge of the lamp's light has a small curl to it. Perhaps it dried this way after falling from its branch. Perhaps it was always this shape. It rests at the boundary between light and shadow, belonging to both. The body knows how to breathe. It has always known. The air comes in, cool and soft. The air goes out, warm and slow. There is nothing to remember, nothing to forget. The walls hold the room. The room holds the air. The air holds the scent and the warmth and the soft glow of the lamp. Everything holds everything else, and nothing is asked to do more than it is already doing. The stream continues somewhere beyond the trees, water moving over stones, finding the lowest path. If you were there, you would hear it clearly. From here, it is just a feeling, the sense of water moving in the dark. The night outside is very deep now. The trees are shapes within shapes, darkness within darkness. Only the sound of the wind through their leaves tells you they are there. And when the wind pauses, even that knowing stops. The lamp will burn for a long time yet. It has enough oil, or enough wax, or enough of whatever keeps it glowing. It does not think about running out. It simply glows, moment after moment, the way it has been glowing all along. The cushion waits on the floor. It waits without impatience. It has been waiting for years, and it will wait for years more. Waiting is what cushions do when no one is sitting on them, and when someone is sitting, they simply hold. Either way, they are at peace. The breath rises. The breath falls, like the swelling and settling of something very calm. The cup, the lamp, the leaf, the window, the trees beyond, the sky beyond that. Each thing rests in its place, and all the places are connected by the same night, the same quiet, the same unhurried dark. If you were to close your eyes in this room, you would still sense the lamp's glow through your eyelids. A warm darkness instead of a cool one. The kind of darkness that holds light within it, the way the night holds the memory of the day. The scent of incense has grown fainter now, or perhaps you have simply grown used to it. Either way, it remains, a presence at the edge of noticing, like the sound of your own breathing, which continues whether you notice it or not. The walls are very patient. They have held this room through many seasons, summer nights when the air was thick and heavy, winter nights when the cold pressed against the window glass, spring nights with their restlessness, autumn nights like this one perhaps, when everything seems to be settling towards sleep. The trees outside have their own patience. They have stood through seasons too, through years, through decades maybe. Their roots reach down into the dark earth, cool and damp. Their branches reach up into the dark sky. They connect what is below with what is above, and they ask nothing in return. The breathing continues, easy and unforced. like something that has always been happening, like something that will always happen. The lamp flickers once, just once, very gently, and then it steadies again. The shadows in the corners shift slightly and then settle back into their rest. Nothing has changed. Everything continues. The floor holds its smoothness beneath everything. The table holds the lamp and the cup and the leaf. The room holds the air. The night holds the room. Everything is held by something else, all the way up to the sky, which is held by nothing at all, which is why it can hold everything. The leaf has not moved. It simply rests where it fell, at the edge of the light, belonging to this room now. Somewhere beyond the window, an owl might be waking, or perhaps it has been awake all along, watching the night with its wide eyes. You cannot hear it from here. You only sense that the night has its own wakefulness, its own quiet awareness, even as everything else moves toward sleep. The cushion on the floor is the color of earth, or dried leaves, or the bark of a tree. It belongs to this room, the way the room belongs to the night, without effort, without trying to belong. Simply here. The breath comes in, soft and cool. The breath goes out, soft and warm. It knows the way without being shown. The light from the lamp does not reach the corners anymore. Perhaps it never did. Perhaps the corners have always been in shadow, holding their darkness gently, offering it as a place for the eyes to rest. The window glass is cool now. If you touched it, you would feel the night pressing gently from the other side, not trying to come in. Just there, on the other side of the thin glass, being what it is. The cup on the table has a small chip near the rim. Someone made this cup a long time ago. Someone held it while the clay was wet, shaped it with their hands, set it in the fire to harden. Now it rests here, holding nothing, chipped and worn and complete. The trees outside are swaying with the wind. The rhythm of it matches nothing and everything. It simply is what it is. The way the breath in this room is what it is. The lamp will continue to glow. The night will continue to deepen. The walls will continue to hold the room. Everything that is happening now will continue to happen without ending, without changing, without asking to be noticed. The chest rises gently. The chest falls gently. The space between is very quiet. The floor, the cushion, the table, the lamp, the cup, the leaf, the window, the trees, the sky. Each thing resting in its place, each place resting in the night. The scent of incense is almost gone now. Just a memory of a scent, a ghost of smoke that burned hours ago. It lingers the way all things linger when they have been present for a while. Not strongly, not insistently. Just there, at the edge of awareness. The room does not change. The night does not change. The lamp continues its soft glow. The shadows hold their places in the corners. The air holds its stillness, broken only by the breath that comes and goes. Outside, the wind has grown quieter. The trees are almost still. Their leaves hang in whatever position they last settled into, waiting for the next breath of air to move them. but the air is still, and so they wait. Breathing happens here, in this room. It happens without effort. The cushion on the floor is very soft now. Or perhaps it was always this soft, and only now does the softness become clear. Everything in this room has been here all along, waiting to be noticed or waiting to be forgotten. Either way, at rest, the lamp's light falls on the cup, on the leaf, on the table's grain. It falls and falls without falling, steady as water that has found its level. The light asks nothing. It simply illuminates what is there to be illuminated. The night is very deep now. The trees outside are almost invisible. The sky beyond them is almost invisible. Everything has settled into a darkness that holds without pressing, that covers without smothering. The breath has become very quiet now, almost silent, almost just a feeling, a movement in the chest, a gentle rising and falling. The walls hold the room. The room holds the quiet. The quiet holds everything that is here and everything that is not here, all of it together, all of it at rest. The leaf near the edge of the light has its small curl, its delicate veins, its color that was once green and is now something else. It rests where it rests. It will rest there through the night, and perhaps through many nights, until someone moves it or until it simply becomes part of the room. The cup has its chip, its emptiness, its memory of warmth that has faded completely now. It rests on the table beside the lamp, asking nothing, holding nothing, being exactly what a cup is when it is not being used. The floor holds everything above it. The walls hold everything within them. The roof holds whatever is above it. And the sky, above the roof, holds the stars or the clouds or the soft gray emptiness that comes when the night is very deep. The air moves in. The air moves out. There is less and less distance between them now. Or perhaps there was never any distance at all. The lamp continues to glow. It will glow for a long time yet. There is no hurry. There is nowhere for the light to go. It simply remains, touching the things it touches, leaving the rest in shadow. The trees outside are almost asleep. If trees sleep, perhaps they simply rest, the way the room rests, the way the night rests. Perhaps sleep is just a word for this kind of deep stillness, this kind of quiet being. The cushion, the cup, the leaf, the lamp, each thing separate, each thing connected, all of them held by the room, by the night, by the same darkness that holds everything when the day is gone. Softer now, slower now. The breath like something very far away, still continuing, still rising and falling, but distant somehow, as if it belonged to someone else, or to no one at all. The light from the lamp makes a small circle on the table. Within that circle, everything is clear. The grain of the wood, the shadow of the cup, the curl of the leaf. Outside that circle, everything fades into softness, into shadow, into rest. The night holds the room. The room holds the quiet. The quiet holds the breath that comes and goes. The light that glows without fading. The stillness that needs nothing to make it complete. The walls have held this same quiet for so many years. They have heard the wind in the trees, the settling of the floor, the soft flicker of many lamps like this one. They hold all those nights together, undivided, one long rest. The cushion on the floor is very still. The cup on the table is very still. The leaf at the edge of the light is very still. Everything that can be still is still, and everything that moves so gently that it seems like stillness. The breath continues, or perhaps it pauses for just a moment before continuing again. The space between the breaths is very quiet, quieter than silence. The kind of quiet that is not an absence of sound, but a presence of peace. The window looks out into the night, but there is nothing to see now. Just darkness looking at darkness. Just the night continuing to be the night, with all its trees and all its sky and all its unseen stars or unseen clouds. The lamp glows. The cup rests. The leaf curls at the edge of the light. The cushion waits on the floor. The walls hold the room. The room holds the air. The air holds the faint scent of incense, almost gone now, almost just a memory. Rising, falling, something very old, something that has always been happening, in this room and in all the rooms before this one. The night is very deep. The stillness is very deep. The rest that comes when everything stops needing to be different is very deep. Nothing is asked. Nothing is offered. Everything simply is. The floor beneath the cushion, beneath the table, beneath everything, holds its smoothness. It has been worn smooth by time, by feet, by the weight of all the things that have rested on it. It holds without effort now. Holding is simply what it does. The light from the lamp does not change. It neither grows brighter nor dimmer. It simply continues, the way light continues when no one is watching it, when no one is asking it to be anything other than what it is. The breathing has become almost imperceptible now. Almost just a thought of breathing rather than breathing itself. The trees outside are shapes in the darkness. If the wind came, they would move. But the wind does not come. Everything is still. Everything is held in this moment that is not a moment, this night that does not end. The cup on the table has held many things. Tea, water. Sometimes nothing at all. Now it holds the quiet of the room, the way all empty things hold the quiet that surrounds them. The leaf near the edge of the light is very small, very light. If there were a breeze, it would move, but there is no breeze. The air in the room is perfectly still, and so the leaf remains where it is. The cushion is worn in the middle, shaped by sitting, shaped by resting, shaped by all the times someone has come here to be still, to breathe, to let the night hold them. Almost silent now, almost nothing. Just the faintest movement, the faintest rising and falling, continuing because that is what it does. It continues. The walls of the room are very old. The floor is very old. The lamp is old. The cup is old. The cushion is old. The cushion is old. Everything here has been here for a long time, resting in the same quiet, held by the same night. The darkness in the corners is very soft now. not hiding anything, not covering anything. Just there, the way darkness is, there when the light does not reach, soft and complete. The window holds its view of the night, even though there is nothing to see. It holds the darkness the way the cup holds the empty air, without grasping, without needing to hold, simply being what it is. The breath continues. Or perhaps there is no breath anymore. Perhaps there is just stillness. One long stillness that rises and falls so gently it seems like nothing at all. The lamp glows. The night holds. The room rests. Everything is where it has always been, where it will always be. The quiet that was here before is here now. The peace that was here before is here now. Nothing changes. Nothing needs to change. The leaf rests at the edge of the light. The cup rests on the table. The cushion rests on the floor. The room rests within the walls. The night rests within itself. The trees outside are breathing very slowly, or perhaps they are not breathing at all. Perhaps they are simply there, the way mountains are there, the way stones are there, present without effort, still without trying. The breath that comes and goes is not separate from the night. It is part of the same rhythm, the same slow pulse that moves through everything. The breath of the room, the breath of the dark. The lamp will glow for a long time yet. The night will continue for a long time yet. There is no end to reach, no destination to arrive at. Only this continuing, this remaining, this soft being. The cup, the leaf, the cushion, the window, the trees beyond. All of them resting together, all of them held by the same dark, the same quiet, the same unhurried night. Slower than slow, softer than soft. Like a door opening and closing very gently, letting something pass through, letting something rest. The room is very quiet now. The house around the room is very quiet. The night around the house is very quiet. Everything is quiet, held in the same stillness, the same soft dark. The light from the lamp touches the wall. It makes a shape there, soft and warm. The shape does not move. It simply rests on the wall, belonging to this moment, asking nothing of the next. The leaf has its curl. The cup has its chip. The cushion has its worn place in the middle. Everything here has its own history, its own marks of time passing. But time is not passing now. Time is simply here. The breathing continues, almost without noticing, like something happening very far away, like something that will always happen, whether noticed or not. The night holds everything. The trees, the room, the lamp, the cup, the leaf, the breath. All of it gathered together in the dark, all of it resting, all of it at peace. The floor is cool and smooth. The walls are old and patient. The air is still and soft. Everything in this room has found its place, and everything is staying in its place, and everything is quiet. The darkness outside the window is very complete now. There is nothing to see. There is nothing that needs to be seen. The eyes can rest. The seeing can rest. Everything can rest. Perhaps just stillness now. Perhaps just the space between breaths, expanding and expanding until it holds everything. The lamp glows. The room rests. The night continues. Somewhere, very far away, something might be happening. But here, nothing is happening. Here, there is only this quiet, this stillness, this peace. The cushion on the floor is very soft, softer than it was before, or perhaps just softer now that everything else has grown soft. It waits there, patient and still. The cup holds its emptiness. The leaf holds its curl. The window holds its view of the dark. Everything holds what it holds, and nothing needs to hold anything more. The breath moves, or it does not move. It does not matter anymore. What matters is the quiet. What matters is the rest. What matters is this room, this night, this soft continuing. The walls have heard all of this before. Many nights, many lamps, many breaths coming and going. They hold it all without effort. They will hold this night too. The light from the lamp falls on the table. It falls on the cup. It falls on the leaf. It falls and falls, steady and warm, asking nothing, illuminating nothing that needs to be seen. The trees outside are very still. The wind has gone somewhere else for now. The leaves hang motionless in the dark, waiting or not waiting. It does not matter which. The breath is very quiet now, almost silent, almost just a thought, a memory of breathing that continues without being noticed. The room holds its quiet. The night holds the room. The dark holds everything, gently, softly, completely. And everything rests within that holding. The cup on the table, the leaf near the light, the cushion on the floor. Each thing exactly where it is. Each thing at peace with where it is. Each thing at rest, or just stillness. Just the soft presence of being here, in this room, in this night, in this quiet that has always been here. The lamp will glow. The night will hold. The breath will continue, or the breath will rest. It does not matter. What matters is the quiet. What matters is the peace. The walls, the floor, the window, the trees, the sky beyond. All of it resting together. All of it held by the same dark, the same gentle night. The scent of incense is gone now. Or perhaps it remains, very faintly, at the edge of noticing. It does not matter. What remains is the quiet. What remains is the rest. Softer than silence. Slower than time. The breath that is not separate from the room, from the night, from the peace that holds everything. The leaf at the edge of the light has not moved. The cup on the table has not moved. The cushion on the floor has not moved. Nothing moves. Everything rests. The lamp continues to glow, soft and steady, asking nothing, offering nothing but its small circle of light in the larger darkness. The night continues. The quiet continues. The rest continues. Somewhere, very far away, morning will come. But not here. Not yet. Here, there is only this night, this room, this quiet that goes on and on. The breath moves, or it does not move. The eyes close, or they are already closed. The body rests on whatever it rests on. Everything is held. Everything is at peace. The walls, the floor, the lamp, the cup, the leaf, the cushion, the window, the trees, the sky. All of it resting, all of it quiet, all of it here, like the tide very far away, like the wind that has stopped blowing, like the night that holds everything and asks nothing in return. The room is very quiet now, quieter than quiet, the kind of quiet that is not the absence of sound, but the presence of rest. The lamp glows. The cup rests. The leaf curls at the edge of the light. The night continues, soft and dark and endless. And the breath continues, or it rests. And the quiet continues, and everything is held. The cushion, the floor, the walls, the room, the night, and the soft glow of the lamp falling on nothing that needs to be seen, and the quiet that goes on. The trees outside know this quiet. They have known it for many years, standing in the same place, their roots reaching down into the cool earth, their branches reaching up toward the sky. They do not think about standing. They simply stand. The way the room simply holds its space. The way the night simply continues. The lamp flickers once, very gently, and steadies again. The shadow on the wall shifts, almost imperceptibly, and then returns to where it was. Everything finds its way back to rest. Breathing happens. It happens without effort. The rhythm of it is older than this room, older than these trees. It is the same rhythm that has always moved through everything that breathes. There is nothing new in it. There is nothing old. There is only the continuing. The cushion on the floor holds its shape, the shape of being rested against. It holds this shape the way water holds the shape of its container, without effort, without thought. The window is dark. The view through it is dark. But darkness is not emptiness. Darkness is full of everything that is not light. The trees are there. The sky is there. The night is there, holding everything. The cup on the table is very still. The lamplight touches its curve. The cup is there whether you see it or not. The breath like something carried on water, floating without direction, moving without destination, simply being what breath is, when everything else falls away. The room has its corners, still held in shadow. They have been in shadow all this time. They do not mind the shadow. Shadow is simply where the light does not go. It is not absence. It is presence of a different kind. The floor supports everything above it. The table, the lamp, the cup. The weight of all these things, and the weight of the air, and the weight of the quiet itself. The floor does not notice the weight. It has been holding weight for so long that holding is simply what it does. The leaf near the edge of the light is very dry now. It holds its curl the way the cup holds its emptiness, without effort, without intention. Somewhere beyond the window, the night continues. The trees continue. The sky continues. Stars might be there, or clouds, or simply the deep gray of a sky that holds nothing and everything. The breath is very slow now, slower than before. Or perhaps it was always this slow, and only now does the slowness become clear. The walls of this room are the same color they have always been, whatever color that is. Something soft, something that does not demand attention. The kind of color that recedes, that allows the eye to rest without focusing. The lamp continues its soft glow. It has been glowing all this time, and it will glow for a long time yet. There is no hurry in the lamp. There is no hurry in anything here. The cushion waits. The cup rests. The leaf curls. The window looks out at the dark. Each thing in its place. Each place in the room. The room in the night. The night in whatever holds the night. Like the tide that no one sees. Like the wind that has stopped moving. Like the breathing of something very large and very patient. The corner shadows have grown softer. Or perhaps they were always this soft. The kind of shadow that is more like a blanket than a darkness. Something that covers without pressing. Something that holds without grasping. The floor is cool beneath everything. Cool and smooth and very old. It has held this room through all its nights. It will hold it through this one. There is no question of weather. There is only the holding. The trees outside are not moving. The wind that moved them earlier has gone somewhere else. Perhaps it is moving other trees very far away. Perhaps it has simply stopped. Either way, these trees are still now. These trees are at rest. The breath continues its slow rhythm. It asks nothing. It offers nothing but its own continuation. The simple fact of breathing, happening the way it has always happened. The lamp throws its circle of light on the table. The edge of the circle is soft, gradual, not a sharp line, but a gentle fading. Everything in this room has gentle edges. Everything fades into everything else. The cup holds its small chip near the rim. Someone made this cup. Someone fired it in a kiln. Someone carried it to this place. Now it rests here, in the lamp's light, holding nothing but the air of the room. The cushion is very comfortable. Whatever is resting on it or near it is held. Whatever needs support is supported. Whatever needs softness finds softness. This is what cushions are for. The rhythm continuing. The night continuing. The room holding its quiet, the way it has held it all along. The window glass is very thin. On one side, the room. On the other side, the night. They are separated by this thin glass, but they are not really separate at all. The night enters through the glass. The room's light touches the glass from within. They meet there, at the window. The trees have their shapes against the sky. Branches that reach in one direction, other branches that reach in another. But you cannot see them now. They are there, in the dark, being their shapes without being seen. The breath is almost just a feeling now. Not even a movement, really. Just a sense that breathing is happening. Somewhere. The way it always happens. The way it will always happen. The leaf at the edge of the light has been there for a long time now. How long? It does not matter. What matters is that it is there. What matters is the room, and the quiet, and the soft glow of the lamp. The walls hold their patience. They have been patient for so many years. They will be patient for many more. Patience is not effort for them. Patience is simply what they are, what walls are when they have stood long enough. The floor holds its smoothness, the smoothness of many years, the smoothness of many feet, many things resting, many weights being supported, all of it worn into this perfect smoothness, this perfect calm, or perhaps just stillness now, just the space where breath happens without the need to notice it happening. The way the heart beats without being noticed, the way the night continues without being watched. The lamp's flame, or filament, or whatever makes it glow, continues its quiet work. It turns fuel into light. It turns darkness into seeing. But there is nothing to see now that needs to be seen. Only the cup, only the leaf, only the cushion, only the room. The shadows in the corners are very deep now, not dark in a frightening way, dark in a restful way. The kind of dark that invites closing the eyes. The kind of dark that says there is nothing here that needs attention. The night outside is complete. Whatever it was becoming, it has become. Whatever was left of the evening has been absorbed into this deep night. And the night holds everything, the way night always does. The breath that comes and goes is part of this night, part of this room, part of whatever is resting here, now, in this quiet. The cup on the table has a faint reflection of the lamp in its glaze, a small light within the cup's curve. This light does not flicker. It simply rests there, a reflection of a reflection. The cushion is shaped by rest, by all the resting that has happened here. It has become more and more itself through all that resting. More cushion, more soft, more ready to hold whatever needs holding. The breath that is not separate from the night, the rising that is not separate from the falling, the room that is not separate from the quiet that fills it. The window continues to look out at the dark. It does not see anything. Windows do not see. They only hold the space between inside and outside. They only allow looking, without looking themselves. The trees are breathing very slowly. If trees breathe, perhaps they are just being. Perhaps being is all that breathing is, a way of continuing, a way of remaining. The floor supports, the walls contain, the roof covers, the night holds. Everything does what it does, without thinking about doing it, without effort, without plan. The leaf near the edge of the light is very still, stiller than stillness. The kind of still that happens when everything that could move has stopped moving, when everything that could change has stopped changing. The breath continues, or it pauses. It does not matter. What matters is the quiet. What matters is the peace. What matters is this room, this night, this soft continuing. The lamp will burn for a long time. The night will last for a long time. There is no hurry toward morning. There is no hurry toward anything. Only this moment, stretching and stretching, becoming more and more itself. The cup holds its emptiness. The leaf holds its shape. The cushion holds its softness. The room holds its air. The night holds everything. Softer than before. Slower than before. Or perhaps just the same, and only the noticing is changed. Only the attention has softened. The walls of this room know nothing of time. They were built, and they stand. They were here yesterday, and they are here today. Tomorrow they will be here. All the tomorrows they will be here. The floor beneath them is the same, built once, remaining always, holding whatever is placed upon it, the table, the lamp, the cup, the weight of air, the weight of quiet. The trees outside have stopped moving completely. The wind is somewhere else, moving other things. Here, there is only stillness. Here, there is only the night, holding everything in its soft dark. The breath is almost silent now, almost just a thought. The memory of breathing, continuing, because that is what memories do when they are very old and very deep. The lamp glows. The cup rests. The leaf is still. The cushion waits. The window looks. The night holds. Everything is where it was. Everything is where it will be. Nothing changes. Nothing needs to change. The shadows in the corners have grown very soft. Soft as sleep. Soft as the space between thoughts. They hold their darkness gently, offering it as rest. The floor is cool and smooth. The walls are old and patient. The room is quiet. The night is deep. Everything is exactly as it is. Or just peace. Just the deep peace of a room that has been quiet for a long time. Of a night that has held many rooms like this one. Of a breath that continues because continuing is what breath does. The cup on the table. The leaf near the light. The cushion on the floor. The lamp glowing softly. The window dark. The trees still. The sky holding whatever it holds. All of it here. All of it now. All of it at rest. The breath moves, or perhaps it has stopped moving altogether. Perhaps there is only stillness now. Only the deep stillness of the night, of the room, of everything that has found its place. The lamp will continue to glow. The night will continue to hold. The quiet will continue to fill the room, the way water fills a vessel, completely, softly, without effort. And the cushion will wait, and the cup will rest, and the leaf will curl at the edge of the light, and the window will look out at the dark, and the trees will stand in their stillness, and the breath will continue, or it will rest, and everything will be held, and the quiet will go on. The room remains. It has remained through all of this. The lamp on the table, the cup beside it, the leaf at the edge of the light, the cushion on the floor, the window looking out at the trees, all of it unchanged, all of it the same as it was when the night began. Breathing continues somewhere, perhaps here, perhaps very far away. The gentle rising and falling that is older than rooms, older than lamps, older than anything that can be named. The walls have their color. The floor has its coolness. The air has its stillness. Everything here has been here for so long that being here is no longer something they do. It is simply what they are: the softest rhythm, the quietest movement, something that happens without happening, something that continues without effort. The trees outside the window have grown very still. There is no wind now. There has been no wind for a long time. Perhaps the wind is sleeping too, somewhere beyond the hills. Perhaps the wind has simply stopped. The lamp casts its circle of light. The circle does not grow larger or smaller. It remains exactly as it has been, touching the table, touching the cup, touching the leaf at its edge. The night is very deep now, deeper than it was before. The kind of deep that has no bottom, the kind of dark that goes on forever, softly, gently, holding everything. The breath has become the room. Perhaps the room is breathing now, very slowly, the walls expanding slightly, contracting slightly, in a rhythm too slow to notice. The cup on the table holds the quiet. It has held many things in its time. Tea, water, nothing at all. Now it holds the silence of this room, the stillness of this night. The cushion on the floor has been here for many nights like this one. It has held many sleeps, many rests, many hours of quiet sitting. It knows what it is to hold. It knows what it is to wait. Slower now than before. Or perhaps time itself has slowed. Perhaps the night has stretched, the way nights do when no one is counting the hours. The leaf at the edge of the light is very old now, a leaf that fell from its tree many days ago, perhaps many weeks. It found its way here somehow, to this room, to this table, to this soft edge between light and dark. The floor beneath everything is cool and patient. It has been patient for so long. It will be patient for so long more. Patience is not waiting for the floor. Patience is simply being what it is. The window holds the darkness. On the other side of the glass, the night continues. The trees continue. The sky continues. Everything outside continues without being seen. The breath that moves through this room is very quiet now. Quieter than quiet. The kind of breathing that is more like rest than movement. The kind of breathing that is almost stillness. The lamp glows. It has always been glowing. It will always be glowing. That is what lamps do in rooms like this, on nights like this. They glow, and they ask nothing, and they give their small light. The cup, the leaf, the cushion, the window, the trees beyond. Each thing in its place, each place at rest, each rest part of the larger rest that holds everything. The space between the breaths is very long now, long enough to forget that breathing is happening, long enough to simply be without thinking about being. The room has its corners still held in shadow. They have been in shadow all night. They will be in shadow until morning, and morning is very far away. The floor supports everything above it. The walls hold everything within them. The night holds everything that is and everything that is not, and everything in between. The lamp, the cup, the leaf, the cushion. Each thing where it was, each thing where it will be, the breath or the stillness, the room or the night, the quiet that holds everything, and the rest that goes on. The night has grown very full now, full of darkness, full of stillness, full of all the things that rest when the day is done. The room is part of this fullness. The lamp is part of it. The cup and the leaf and the cushion, all part of the same deep quiet. If there were sounds outside, they would be very far away. The call of a night bird, perhaps. The rustle of something small moving through dry leaves. But even these sounds would be soft, muffled by the distance, by the trees, by the thick darkness that wraps around everything. The breath has found its own way now. It does not need guidance. It does not need attention. It simply continues, the way rivers continue, the way clouds continue, the way all things continue when they are left to themselves. The lamp casts its gentle light on the table. The wood grain shows in the light, long lines that run the length of the table, marks of the tree this table once was. The tree stood somewhere for many years, growing slowly. Now it rests here in this different form, holding the lamp and the cup and the leaf. The cushion on the floor has absorbed the warmth of the room. If you pressed your hand into it, you would feel that warmth. The warmth of a room that has held a lamp burning for many hours. The warmth of a night that is neither cold nor hot, but simply present. Outside the window, the darkness has texture. It is not flat or empty. It has depth, layers of shadow folding into shadow. The trees are one layer. The sky beyond them is another. And beyond the sky, whatever is beyond the sky, more layers still, going on and on into distances that cannot be measured. The breath rises very gently. The breath falls very gently. There is no weight to it, no effort, just the simple fact of air moving in and out, the way it has moved since the very beginning. The cup on the table has grown cold now, completely cold. It holds the temperature of the room, which is the temperature of the night, which is the temperature of rest. If you held the cup in your hands would warm it, eventually. But no one is holding it. It rests on the table, cold and complete. The walls of this room have heard silence before. They have heard the kind of silence that comes when everyone is asleep, when even the house has stopped settling, when even the wind has stopped moving. This is that kind of silence now, the kind that is not empty, but full of rest. The leaf at the edge of the light has its own story, where it grew, how it fell, how it came to be here. But the story does not matter now. What matters is that the leaf is here, resting at the edge of the light, part of this room, part of this night. The breathing continues, somewhere. In this room, or in the next room, or very far away. It continues because that is what breathing does. It does not stop. It does not hurry. It simply goes on, breath after breath, until breathing becomes as natural as silence. The floor is very solid beneath everything. It has been solid for so long. It will be solid for so long more. There is no question of it giving way, no question of it failing. It simply holds, the way earth holds, the way mountains hold, without effort, without thought. The trees outside have their roots deep in the ground, deeper than the floor of this room, deeper than the foundations of this house. They reach down into the dark earth, into moisture and minerals and the slow life of soil. They draw what they need from that darkness, and they stand, and they wait. The lamp will continue to glow. The wick will burn, or the filament will shine, or whatever makes the light will continue to make the light. There is no urgency in it. There is no deadline. The lamp simply does what lamps do. The breath has become very quiet now, almost invisible, almost just a thought, a memory of movement. The chest rises so slightly, falls so slightly, that it might not be moving at all. Or it might be moving with the whole room, the whole night, rising and falling together. The cup, the leaf, the cushion, the window, each thing exactly where it was, each thing at peace, each thing part of the larger piece that holds everything, that has always held everything, that will always hold everything. The darkness in the corners is very soft now, soft as cloth, soft as sleep, soft as the space between thoughts, where there is nothing to think and nothing to remember and nothing to do but rest. The night outside is complete. It has been complete for a long time now. It does not change. It does not need to change. It simply holds its darkness, its stillness, its deep quiet, the way it has held them since the evening ended. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. Or perhaps it does not move at all. Perhaps it has become stillness itself, the kind of stillness that includes all movement, that contains all rhythm, that is the source of all peace. The lamp's light touches the wall. It makes a shape there, warm and soft. The shape has been there all night, the same shape, the same warmth, the same softness. It will be there until the lamp goes out or the morning comes, whichever comes first. The cushion waits. The cup rests. The leaf holds its curl. The window holds its darkness. Everything holds what it holds, and nothing lets go and nothing grasps. Simply holding. Simply being held. The room is very quiet now. The house around it is very quiet. The night around the house is very quiet. Everything is quiet, held in the same stillness, the same deep rest. The floor, the walls, the ceiling above, the space they contain, the air that fills the space, the quiet that fills the air. Everything resting within everything else, like boxes within boxes, like sleep within sleep. The breath that comes and goes has become part of the night, part of the room, part of whatever is here, in this moment, in this place. It is not separate anymore. It is not something that happens to the room. It is something the room does. The trees outside know this. They know how to be part of the night, how to stand in darkness, how to wait without waiting. They have been doing it for years, for decades, for longer than anyone can remember. They will continue to do it after this night ends. The lamp glows. The cup rests. The leaf curls. The cushion waits. The window looks. The trees stand. The sky holds. The night continues. Everything exactly as it is. Everything at rest. The breath or the stillness. The room or the dark. The quiet. The peace. And on. And on. And on.